Good morning, delivery fam, and welcome back to another episode of Breakfast with UDM on the Life of a Gig Worker podcast. Now, in this episode, I want to talk about some things that I've been hearing recently, which is tailored to or focused more on Dlivrd sending out emails that says something to the effect of, you better take an order, or you may be deactivated, or your account may be frozen. If you are going through this right now, or if you received an email like this, send me leave a comment with a thumbs up emoji. How about that? Right? Now, some of you did share a video with me as well from the NOLA Grind sharing this same experience. And I watched it, and there's some things I want to talk about and share in this episode. So let's get right to it. So the NOLA Grind shared this email, right, from Dlivrd. Inactivity alert. Your account could be at risk of deactivation. Your account has been inactive for over 30 days. To keep your account active and ensure you're eligible for future offers, we kindly ask that you accept at least one order within the next 15 days. If no orders are completed, your account may be frozen. We value your partnership and we'd love to see you back on the road. Now, from a driver's perspective, or what I've seen in the comment section and on the video with NOLA Grind, it's like I'm getting a bunch of offers that don't make sense. And now I feel like I have to take one of these offers that don't make sense for me to be able to remain on the platform named Dlivrd. Now, I will be honest and say here, like, Dlivrd. You know, there's a difference between deactivation and frozen. But if you look at the top, it says your account could be at risk of deactivation. And if you look at this last, well, not the last paragraph, but the paragraph before the last, if no orders are completed, your account may be frozen. You see how if a driver does not read this entire email, you could go from, what? I'm about to be deactivated? Oh, what the hell? And then frozen? What the hell is that? Now, I pulled something from the website, but before I get that information, I also want to share an email of what a driver is experiencing in a certain market, okay? It's important that I go through all of this, so just bear a little patience with me, okay? All right. I hope this is the email that they received from Dlivrd. They said, I hope you're doing well. I noticed that you haven't completed an order in the past 60 days, and I wanted to check in to see if you're still interested in taking orders with us. If you are, we'd love to have you back on the platform. If you have any questions or concerns, please reply to this email and I'd be happy to assist. Let me know how you'd like to proceed and we can follow up if needed. Looking forward to hearing from you. Best regards, customer specialist at Dlivrd. Now, I know I kind of butchered that towards the end, but just bear patience. I can't speak today, y'all. Anyway. Then they responded with, yes, I very much want to use the platform. I love this platform. I just haven't seen offers like I used to. And the ones I have seen, I either already have another obligation or it's just not feasible as far as miles or pay. Now, you see that line where they say, I either already have another obligation? Dlivrd, I'm going to speak to you on this one, okay? When it comes down to the times that you choose to give drivers an opportunity with the offers, there are other platforms, catering delivery platforms. If you don't know, I assume you know, but there are other platforms that release it a lot earlier than you do. I do not know why you guys take so long to release these offers, but I've always wondered why. Every other platform that I use, they release it a lot earlier. Sometimes I see offers as early as 6 a.m., 7 a.m. sometimes. But I don't get anything on Dlivrd until maybe 10 a.m. or after. The only offers that I received a little bit earlier is kind of like same day situations. We need to know right now if you're going to be able to do this today. It's around the corner from you. But any new offers for the next day, it starts off later on in the day, which gives a driver that has multiple catering delivery platforms an opportunity to route themselves very well with whatever apps that they're using before they get an offer on Dlivrd. So I'm not telling you to change how you do things, but maybe release offers a little sooner, right? At least a driver will be able to then see oh man, I got this Dlivrd at 7 a.m., right? And then I got this other one at 9 a.m. and then this other one at 12 p.m., right? A driver can route themselves a lot better if you were to release these types of offers for the next day a lot sooner, especially the ones that are going to be in the morning, those really early breakfast morning orders, okay? So that's just some feedback. In case you're watching this, I wanted y'all to hear that feedback. And I'm telling you this from my perspective because it has caused me to then route myself on other platforms. And then the ones that Dlivrd sends me, it just doesn't work and I can't do it. It doesn't even matter how much it pays at that moment. So that's some feedback for y'all. So let's continue. I either already have another obligation or it's just not feasible as far as miles or pay. Okay, let's continue the email and then I'll give my opinions and certain things. I have more screenshots to share. It also said they responded with thank you, or I should say Dlivrd responded with thank you for reaching out and sharing your enthusiasm for the platform. It's great to hear how much you enjoy being part of it. I wanted to remind you that accepting orders as they come through the driver portal is an important way to stay active and demonstrate your interest in continuing with us. Additionally, we've recently launched a new app, so please make sure you've downloaded and are using the latest version to avoid missing any opportunities. To confirm your interest in returning, it's essential to accept an order as soon as possible. Let me know if you need assistance with the app or anything else. I'm here to help. Now, before I read the rest of this email, I really want you to focus on how much they are pushing. Hey, we got a new app. We got a new app. It's important. We got a new app. Check this out. Let's continue though. They responded with, the driver responded with, okay, I do have the new app. The only orders I've received recently have been a tire order that pays $14 and the mileage is more than the pay. Plus, I really don't want tires in my vehicle. Another order for $22 going to a school that has a novel for parking instructions. And it's basically a long ass, lot of damn instructions in it, right? Which can be a very, for the pay, that could be a turnoff. Just keeping it a buck with y'all, right? And if you agree with me, if you're watching this and you agree, just smash the thumbs up right now. Okay, so another order for $22 going to a school that has a novel for parking instructions and in a high traffic area, and another one that was $22 that was 18 miles away to the pickup. So I have to accept one of these to stay on the platform. When the school offers come through, I already have an order at that time that pays more. I used to get great orders. I really don't want to take these orders, to be honest. I didn't realize I had to take an order. I didn't want to stay on the platform. I thought as long as I declined, I was fine. I'm just trying to understand. Just let me know. Okay? And at this point, I understand what they're saying, this driver, but there are certain things, if you really paid attention to their last email, they were pushing that app, right? The new app. And I understand the driver's frustrations. Why would you take $22 that's 18 miles to the pickup? Why would you take $22 with something that's in a high traffic area and it looks like it's a whole lot of stress? If it looks like a whole lot of stress for $22, hell nah. But if it's 100 plus, the driver just might be willing to deal with that level of stress in a high traffic area, right? So now when I got all this information, I got these emails, I checked out everything. There's certain things that I'm like, you know what? Now I got to do a deep dive. I got to do some research. I got to read up on some things and got to see where things can get a little shaky, right? And this is one of them. On the Dlivrd.io website, the question in the facts, it says, do I have to accept a certain amount of deliveries to stay active? I know immediately what you're thinking, right? Just like that last email said, I didn't know I had to accept these offers to stay active. But I'm still receiving this email that's saying, hey, you got to remain active. You're not taking anything. But this is on their facts. Come on, Dlivrd. Let's read the response to, do I have to accept a certain amount of deliveries to stay active? No. Exclamation point. No. Confusing. Very confusing, Dlivrd. Your facts say they don't. There's no limit. There's no a certain amount of deliveries that need to be accepted to stay active. But drivers are receiving emails for not accepting these deliveries that says, hey, your account is at risk for deactivation, or you have a certain amount of time to accept, or something within those lines. Whoa, but the first word with an exclamation point on your facts says no. There's no limit. There's no certain amount at all just to stay active. So let's finish reading the rest of this. You're never required to accept deliveries to remain active, but make sure you respond, accept, or decline within the given time window. So the given time window, okay, let's say 5 minutes. As long as they slide, decline, that is interacting with the app, correct? And that is a form of being active based on what is said here. No? No? Okay. Let's continue. If you don't respond to 3 offers, 3 in a day, we'll assume you're unavailable for the rest of the day. If you're inactive, based on the black and white that is written here, for 60 days, your account may be frozen. But, Dlivrd, you're sending a driver, your account could be at risk for deactivation at the top. But towards the bottom, you speak of being frozen. There is a bit of an issue here based on what I read. What you have on your website versus what the driver's experience is right now. There's an issue with the lingo, a big issue with the lingo, Because on one end, you're saying if you don't take something in 15 days, within 15 days, your account might be frozen if you don't take anything. But then on the other side, on your facts, do I have to accept a certain amount of deliveries to stay active? No. You just have to make sure you respond with accept or decline. And when you have a driver that sends you an email and says, let me just get the right response to their, okay, I think it says it here. So I have to accept towards the middle under the second 22 for 18 miles. So I have to accept one of these to stay on the platform. I don't want to do tires. I don't want to take a $22 order that's with a novel of parking instructions. And I don't want to take a $22 that's 18 miles away. So I decline based on what you're saying here. I decline. I'm interacting with the offer. I'm not letting it time out. So it's confusing. It's confusing. Just being very direct, giving direct feedback. It's confusing because this is one thing versus what drivers are experiencing via email. And they are feeling forced to take something to remain active. We understand the TOS. We understand what the terms are, right? But it's confusing. So let's continue here. Now, drivers, I understand how you feel. But like I said, they are pushing the new app, right? It's because they have features in the app that gives you the power, more control over what you see on your account. Okay, let's get to it. You have the opportunity to select your preferred delivery area. So if you're going to have, let's just look at this map. Let's zoom in a little bit, okay? I want y'all to understand what I'm saying. If you are going to you're going to have your map looking like mine. And you're going to say, I want to receive orders or offers in this entire general area. Doesn't matter what it pays, you're going to get offers in this entire area. Coral Springs is maybe about on highway, maybe about 35, 40 minutes drive from my home, depending on where I have to go in Coral Springs. So if I don't want to see orders from Coral Springs, I would then have to follow the instructions that they list here in the red. Note, the map below displays the full delivery zone of your market. If you'd like to only service a portion of the zone, click the draw button in the upper right of the map. You can drop pins on the map to draw your preferred area. Set the last pin over your first pin to complete the zone. Notice that, right? They're giving you instruction. Like I told you already, the game is coming up out of me, right? So now you have control to draw where you would like to receive orders from. So if you have a selected area and complaining about how far these offers are, then sorry to say, but that's your fault. You got to draw from a selected area or a preferred area, okay? Now, maybe you want to receive offers in Coral Springs. I'm not going to complain if I start seeing $20 offers in Coral Springs. I may just not take those. But if I draw a general circle or square, whatever that shape is called, around, let's say, Pembroke Pines, right? If I say, man, I ain't trying to go all the way up there where y'all got all that stuff. I'm trying to stay down here, Pembroke Pines. I should never see an offer up there. And if I don't get an offer in my general area that I selected, then that means my area that I prefer is dead. And I'm going to have to make a decision next. Do I want to now leave this general area and go to another one where I was getting offers and make that my new area to work? It's a decision you would have to make as a driver, right? But also, the app, in case you don't receive offers in the general area, you can also say, hey, if I ain't getting no offer, if I'm receiving offers outside of my general area, it has to be a minimum of 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 plus dollars. You have the ability to control what you see. Willing to travel outside the defined delivery radius if the earning opportunity is greater than or equal to $40, $50. That's the only time you should be seeing something outside of that delivery area, if it's worth the drive. If you don't have that edited, and you're just going to then look at it like, oh man, they're sending me $20, but it's 25 miles away for $20. I'm not doing that. You may have to edit your delivery area and edit all of what you would be willing to do or drive that far for, the dollar amount. Go into the app. That's why they're pushing that. Go into the app and fix it, okay? Understand there's faults on both sides, if you ask me, okay? There's faults on both sides. Now, don't get me wrong. If the money just ain't money in your market, then that's not your problem. That's not an issue that's coming from your side, driver. That's coming from Dlivrd side. They don't have offers that's worth it enough for a driver to take something in your market. But on the other side, if they're giving you the flexibility to then draw a circle, a square, a pentagon, whatever, around the general area that you would be willing to take orders from, right? And then giving you the opportunity to set a minimum dollar amount if it's outside of that general area, then you have some control there. So you can't complain if you're getting an offer 20 miles away for $20. You have to go into the app, the new app, edit that general area, and then set your minimum dollar amount if it does not meet your needs. If it does not say, hey, I'm going to give you $80 to drive these 18 miles, you don't have to take it. They're not going to send it to you. Remember, a driver lives up in that area just like you live in a general downtown area. Like, look, let me give you an example of what I'm trying to explain here. There are drivers that live closer to Coral Springs and probably will be willing to take $20 because the restaurant is maybe 5 miles away versus 19, 20, 25 miles away from me. I'm not taking $20 to go to Coral Springs. But if I draw my area around Pembroke Pines and then they send me a Coral Springs for 120, oh, here we go. I'm going to Coral Springs. But if I don't want to go to Coral Springs for $20, there's another driver that might be closer that could take that order to Coral Springs. So, in closing, I understand everybody's side. Dlivrd, just to make sure that drivers understand this as well, Dlivrd uses AI. The last time I went there, I heard the AI's name was Frederick. Okay? So the point that I'm getting at is if it's going to waste time and send it to you when you don't want it, and they give you tools to let us know where you want to be and what we should not send to you, you should do a better job with giving us the information needed. And I say us as Dlivrd. You as a driver should do a better job giving us the information needed to skip over you instead of wasting time sending it to you and letting you figure out if you want it or not for the next 5 minutes, when we could have easily just sent it to a driver that is within that general area that will be more willing to take it if they don't care about how much it pays. Do you understand what I'm saying, fam? I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'll try to repeat it one more time, not verbatim, but they're giving you tools to let them know where you want to be. If you don't use these tools, or not just where you want to be, but also how much you are willing to travel outside of that area for. If you're not using these tools, then it delays the process to get an order accepted. And Dlivrd wants to get that order accepted. So if you're just going to keep on declining, and you clearly see that your area is not really getting much action, you're going to have to make a decision to maybe put that app to the side for a bit and focus on something else, because it's just not working out. But if it's working out, if you're just down the street and you don't want to take $20, maybe you're 0.5 miles away from the restaurant, but you just don't want $20, then you got to make a different decision there. Okay? I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Dlivrd, you got some faults. There's some things you got to fix in your lingo on your website and the emails that you're sending to drivers. And drivers, you have an app that gives you control. Use it. Use the app. Set your delivery area and set the amount that you want to receive before you get anything sent going farther than you would be willing to drive. Both sides getting feedback from UDM today. I hope that you both understand, and when I say you, I mean drivers and Dlivrd, right? You both, I hope you understand what each side is dealing with. And in the end, understand also, just because Dlivrd is a platform that delivers catering orders and you've seen great payouts, drivers, doesn't mean that your market works for Dlivrd. So if the offers that you're getting is just not working out, be okay with your account being frozen, because it's just not working out. If you understand what I mean. Like the driver that sent the email, $22, 18 miles away. Nah. Okay? I'm not doing that. 18 miles to the pickup? Nah. I'm not doing that. It's just not working out. Cool. But I also understand, driver, because I know you're watching this. Like you said, the offers used to be great. What the hell happened? And I haven't gotten a great offer ever since. What's going on? What's going on, Dlivrd? The offers used to be great in the area. What's going on? What happened? I know you're probably not going to answer that. I don't know. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But that's why the driver is inactive, because they're looking for something that used to be great in their area and it's not great right now. But driver, if it's not great, and then you get to this point where they're sending you an email and they're saying, hey, you haven't taken anything in like 60 days or 30 days or whatever, then maybe that something's going on there and it's beyond your control, and you just got to find another way to make your dough. Salute to you. Okay? It's just not working out. But with all that said, fam, all the research that I did get in contact with someone from Dlivrd that, they would like to come on to the channel and to have a discussion, right? Not just about that type of stuff that I just went through, right? But there's some additional things they want to share, and just a whole conversation about Dlivrd. Okay, they're willing to answer some questions, but they don't want to be stuck on just that. Okay, I'm just letting you know this now. But they're willing to come onto the channel and answer questions live. We're currently working out a schedule as to when that's gonna happen, and I think it's gonna be great. And I may have another guest content creator on that live stream with us. Okay, to share or even ask questions as well. So, with that said, fam, I hope you got some value in this. I'm not playing sides here, okay? I'm not on Dlivrd side and I'm not on the driver's side. I'm literally the mediator in some sense, okay? Just the person in the middle that sees it from both sides. Drivers, you got some work to do. Edit that map, edit those minimum prices that you want to see for those offers. Dlivrd, you got to get your facts literally on your website. You got to get your facts straight. Somebody either missed it or y'all got to figure out which way y'all want to go. Is either y'all going to say, as long as you're interacting, accept or decline with the app and you're good to go, and that means that you're active, or they got to take an order to be active. Figure out which way you want to go. And with that said, fam, I'm going to leave you be. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next episode. Deuces.
Oh, yeah. What time it is, D-fam? Yeah. It's time to, go get your money.